Escape to paradise with a relaxing 6-night stay in the iconic islands of Tahiti and Moorea. Enjoy an all-inclusive non-stop flight to Tahiti from Seattle or Los Angeles on Air Tahiti Nui, the world's most immersive travel experience. From the vibrant cabins to the warm and welcoming crew, you will be transported to Tahiti from the moment you step on board. This dream getaway also includes beautiful accommodations, excursions, daily breakfast, all transfers, and more starting at just $26.95 per person. Call 1-877-468-2448 to book yours today.
Lovers wants to know, ever forget Valentine's Day in the past? Need to make up for it? Do it and them right this time with the perfect pleasure present from Lovers stores. Whether you're looking for spicy toys, alluring lingerie, or exciting accessories, Lovers has it all. Save 20% when you mention unforgettable at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow Rewards membership until February 28th. Some exclusions apply.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Slow drain being a pain? Call Pinky. That pipe's being a little leaky? Call Pinky. When the toilet won't flush and you're in a rush? Call Pinky. When your shower lost all its spray power? Call Pinky. When your sink's on the blink? Call Pinky. Pinky's Plumbing promises to lick all your plumbing problems quick. So when your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, call Pinky's. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
Places, please. The Daly Migs Show is on deck. Guitars plugged in. Drums ready to go. Chickens.
They're clucking.
Other animals. And action. This is the Daly Migs Show on The Rock with Taryn Daly and Steve Migs.
While listening to the Daly Migs Show, please refrain from any unnecessary finger gesturing.
99.9 KISW.
Good morning. Whoa. Good morning, Rockaholics. Happy Tuesday.
Somebody just hit puberty.
I had a wonderful birthday weekend, and apparently my voice is just kind of hanging on by a thread.
Well, I'm sure you were talking quite a bit Sunday night at Tony V's. And also, I mean, all the other stuff that you were doing. It seemed like your birthday was a birthday weekend.
It was a very busy birthday weekend, but I had so much fun. Got to hang with friends, family, listeners. It was just awesome.
Yeah.
And I actually surprisingly feel pretty good today.
That's awesome. Good for you.
Better today than I did yesterday, but even yesterday, I was all right.
Okay.
So I didn't go too hard, you guys.
So was it really a birthday party then?
I guess not.
I guess we let you down.
Can I tell you whose birthday is today, though?
Who?
My dog, Kai.
Oh, God.
He's 11 today, you guys. Happy birthday, Kai boy.
Is he listening right now?
Of course.
Oh, okay.
He's an early riser just like us.
He already texted asking when he's going to get his birthday shout out. So we got that. I don't know when my dog's birthdays ever were. It would always take the vet being like, wishing your dog a happy birthday. And I have to text my wife, who's just as oblivious as I am. I'm like, apparently it's our dog's birthday today. She's like, oh, crap. We should probably get something. I'm like, well, I don't know if it's like sitting around all depressed because we didn't remember its birthday.
Well, if I don't make the cake, he's going to know. Because I make him a dog birthday cake every year. So that's happening this afternoon.
But yeah, the biggest mistake we ever did is tell Tatum when our dog's birthday, because then she wants to throw a giant birthday party with invitations.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It's just like, this is like, it goes on for like weeks. And we're like, geez, what? Mental note, never tell her when our dog's birthday we think it is.
I'm going to invite her to every dog birthday party I throw forever, because it sounds like that's kind of her thing.
She would be there.
Now let's inform the Rockaholics.
Knowledge is power. So give us 5-ish minutes and we'll give you, some interesting stuff you can talk about at work. This is the Daly Migs Download.
AKA the DMD.
Here's your daily dose of doings happening in the world.
And the DMD is brought to you by Palace Lawn. Today's a day to hug somebody. It's National Hugging Day.
Come on into Hug Harbor.
Let's go. Let's Hug Harbor. Let's go. All right. Yeah, with the back pat and everything. Like a true homie.
That's how you know it's real.
Hug it out, bitch. You guys not remember Entourage?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Danny, is that before your time?
I mean, no, but I had never watched it.
Yeah, Entourage is like, well, you should go back and
watch it. It's a good one.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it holds the test of time, but there's a few episodes that I know for sure are still fun.
Oh, yeah.
I'll do that today.
Especially the one with the hallucinogenics. I went to, what was it, to the Joshua Tree, I think it was? Yes. So fantastic. Sarah, did you ever watch Entourage?
Never.
kids these days.
I don't even know if I can do the show today.
Man, now that you're both over 40, this is just hurting.
Right? We watch these old people shows all the time. Like Matlock and Entourage and Murder, She Wrote.
Yes.
Those are three of our favorite things. Yesterday, did anybody watch the national championship?
Sure did.
What else?
I mean, Notre Dame had first blood, so I was like, all right, here we go.
They scored first, and then after that, it was, I think, Ohio State scored on their next 5 possessions, on their first 5 possessions. At that point, it felt like it was just over and done with, but then Notre Dame kind of made it a little bit of a game towards the end, where it was just a one-score game, and then Ohio State scored a field goal to kind of wrap things up, 34-23, so they are now your national champions. So congratulations to Ohio State. See, I didn't care either way.
That.
Yeah, but do you care about Notre Dame?
I don't want them to win either.
Well, somebody has to
win.
win.
Too much. I wanted them both to lose, but apparently we can't have that. Seattle will have its first 5 p.m. sunset of the year this Saturday, January 25th. Round of applause for that. I'm very excited.
Yeah, my wife and I were just talking yesterday about how, I feel like it's lighter out. This is nice.
It is. I mean, it's cold, but it's
cold
definitely lighter.
Yeah.
And then by the end of this month, the sun will be setting at 5:09 p.m.
Forget about it. Let's get crazy.
When we get into February, we'll add nearly 1.5 hours of daylight. And then come March, we will see the biggest gain. Sunsets will extend to 7:06 p.m. Spring is right around the corner, Steve.
I was about to say, why are you bringing up March? It's forever away, but it's only a few months away.
That's like a month and a half.
Yeah. Oh, man, we talked about this earlier with all the awful wildfires that are happening in California, how, there are idiots out there. It's like A+ for creativity, but you're still a colossal douche for dressing up as a firefighter as a way to get into places and steal stuff. And there are 2 people from Oregon that were just arrested because, they were impersonating firefighters inside the Palisades fire zone over the weekend. They even went so far to have a fire truck, which I don't know how that happens.
It's elaborate.
They purchased it through an auction, which is very strange. Why you had it in the first place? And then you're like, well, here's our window of opportunity. Let's dress up as firefighters. Well, here's one of the sheriff's department spokespeople talking about what happened.
This individual have purchased the vehicle through an auction. The individual had turnout gears and radios on them as if they were firemen.
Idiots.
Yes. There was a daycare worker in Illinois fired after putting a small child into a trash can in order to punish them. These are the parents, Monica Forte and Justin Barnes, talking about this incident.
Regardless if she was joking or not, you don't put anybody's child in the garbage can. You work with kids. I mean, you have to learn. They should know how to de-escalate these certain situations.
I like how she's like, was that the response? I was just joking.
LOL.
And I like the dad was just like, all he had to say was, they're just kids.
Yeah.
Sarah, don't do that in the future. No trash cans.
Okay, good to know if I have ever kids. Don't put them in the trash.
No, and the compost is fine. Recycling.
Oh,
Terrible. Hey, the Kraken, well, you know what? They won yesterday.
Woo!
They beat a team that's worse than them. So congratulations, Seattle Kraken. They ended up winning 6-4. Up next for them, they're going to be playing at home against the Washington Capitals, which, if you're a hockey fan of any sort, maybe go to that game so you can see Alexander Ovechkin. Even if you don't care about how the Kraken are doing right now, there's a chance to see one of the true greats in the NHL play. And I do want to give a quick shout out, speaking of your party and hockey, shout out to our buddy Playboy Steve. He showed up. He was giving out gifts to everybody. He gave me an autographed hockey puck, which I didn't have a chance to look at until I got into my car. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. That was nice of him. It was real nice. He had a nice sentiment behind it as well. And then I look at the puck. He gave me an autographed Brett Hull puck, which growing up, Brett Hull was one of my all-time favorite players. And it was like, and it's signed like Brett Hull, and it says 2009 Hall of Fame. And I'm like, that's just bonkers.
Holy cow.
Big shout out to Playboy Steve for doing that. That was very nice of you.
Yeah, super kind.
As far as weather, we're hitting a high of 43 degrees. It's still going to be very cold, but also sunny. The DMD is brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino, and that's what's up.
Yesterday, a well-known singer was performing, but what happened that led them to say this?
Hey, is my guitar still on? I think they cut me on.
Okay, great. Apparently, my computer's not working. Where did that even come from?
I don't know. Hey, is my guitar still on? I think they cut me on.
How is it that we go away for a couple of days and things we haven't touched in a couple of days just stop working?
Well, we'll tell you.
We could transcribe. Okay, so what do you say here?
Hey, is my guitar still on?
He said, I don't know if my guitar is still on. I think they cut me off.
We're going to find out who said that and why.
Are we?
At 6:20.
The Daily Migs Show.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
What is Dax, are you?
Tracking all our cars on Carvana Value Tracker on all our devices? Yes, Kristen, yes, I am.
Well, I've been looking for my phone for...
In Dax's domain, we see all. So we always know what our cars are worth.
All of them?
All of them. Value surge, trucks up 3.9%.
That's a great offer.
I know. Sell?
Sell.
Track your car's value with Carvana Value Tracker today.
Plug in a Hyundai EV and the extraordinary happens. From the charge time and range in the Ioniq 5 and 6 to the adventurous spirit of the Kona Electric to the 601 horsepower Ioniq 5N. Hyundai EVs make the extraordinary electrifying. There's joy in every journey.
EPA estimated 303-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 5 SE SEL Limited rear-wheel drive and 361-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 6 SE long-range rear-wheel drive with fully charged battery. Actual range may vary. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
Yesterday was the presidential inauguration. Donald Trump was inaugurated as the 47th president and only the second president to serve non-consecutive terms.
There's an interesting fact.
Billy Ray Cyrus was one of the performers last night at the Liberty Ball, and it was quite a disaster following the inauguration. This is a clip of him trying to play Old Town Road.
Have you heard this?
No.
Have any of you? Okay. No. I did. Honestly, if you played this for me, I would be like, I don't know who the hell this is singing. Like, what the hell happened to Billy Ray Cyrus's voice?
Oh, no.
I'm going to take my horse to the Old Town Road. I'm going to ride till I can't no more.
Wow. What?
Wow. What happened to his voice?
He sounds like an 80-year-old dude that's been drinking whiskey his entire life.
Or somebody was just like hanging out, punching him repeatedly in the throat.
Yeah.
Y'all can put your hands together now like that. If you're encouraged about, keep going.
I wonder if he was sick.
Yeah.
Like,
everybody's got something right now. I mean, that's a good call.
That's true. A lot of people have been battling something, but man, what a crappy time for that to happen. I was just like, what in the F is going on with this guy's voice?
They told me to kill as much time as possible. So, does anybody know the words to Achy Breaky Heart while I'm here?
Has he forgotten?
I'll try a little bit. Let's see what happens. Hey, is my guitar still on? I think they cut me off.
I think the sound guy was like, look, we can't do this.
Oh, Billy Ray.
We got to pull Poor Billy Ray just sounds like he's having the roughest night ever.
Oh, my gosh.
I haven't been keeping tabs on what's going on. I apologize. I have not been keeping tabs on Billy Ray Cyrus and what's going on in his world. But when I heard that, I was like, this is not the same guy, is it?
No.
Like, how did his voice change so drastically?
Yeah, I don't know. He sounds like he's been smoking a lot of cigarettes, maybe, recovering from the flu.
Someone thinks he has a cold.
Oh, that sucks. I mean, don't you put one of those, they've got all the tricks, the little vapor thing that you huff before you sing, and it's supposed to help your vocal cords recover? I don't know.
I have no idea, but man, maybe you should be like, I don't know if I could do it, guys. This is what I sound like. I don't think this is a good idea. I don't think this is good for me or for anybody if I go out there and try and sing like this.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of the inauguration, we talked about this a little bit at my party, Steve, and I'm curious if any of us have ever been a president of anything before.
Of anything.
Of anything.
Yes.
Not the S show, but what were you the president of?
Every morning, president of the S show. Hi there. In college, I was the president of my fraternity for 2 years, baby.
Wait. So does that mean you had to run twice? Like, did they do an election?
Yes.
Really?
I was the only person to ever do it for 2 straight years.
Oh, my gosh.
I don't know if it was because usually after 1 year, people are like, I'm good, I'm done. I don't want to put up with you idiots. But I got roped into it for doing it for 2 years straight. And the weird one was, that was strange, but I was amongst peers, and they all just were like, you kind of keep things in order. You're trustworthy. We want you to be our president. I was relatively new into being in the fraternity. I think I was 1 year in, and they were just which pissed off some of the old dogs.
That you already had made such a great impression on everyone.
Who is he? Can't be our president. I've been here for 3 years. What the hell's going on? But the weird one was then I got to be president of the entire Greek council. in Plattsburgh State University, which is a very esteemed university for those of you that don't know. I say that with complete confidence.
How many sororities and fraternities were there?
I would say at least 8 on each side, so 15, 16, give or take. And the only reason why I'm convinced is that there was one summer where a bunch of us decided not to go back home, and we worked in Plattsburgh and we just partied all week. And so you would party with everybody. It wasn't like you were separated by your fraternity name and your 3 letters. Like everybody was hanging out and drinking. And so we did lots of, we put a lot of mushrooms on our pizza, if you know what I'm saying, and spent a lot of time with each other. And that next year, it just kind of fostered this relationship. So when they were trying to figure out who should be the president of Greek Council, I don't think many people were clamoring for this opportunity. Somebody from another fraternity just said, I nominate Migs.
Oh my God.
And then someone else yeah, I nominate him. He's pretty solid. And then next thing you know, I'm running the entire Greek Council. No idea what the F I'm doing. And it was beyond stressful because there was a lot of, it's fraternities and sororities do a lot of stupid things.
Oh, yeah.
And then all of a sudden I have to then be the middleman between the fraternity and the school, and it was very stressful.
That sounds very stressful.
Yeah.
I think if they don't have a statue of you somewhere on the campus, we need to lobby for that to happen, or at least make sure your photo's on the wall somewhere.
I don't know if that ever will happen. What about you? Have you ever been a president of something?
I have been. I was the president and founding member.
Oh boy.
Of the Stanwood High School Sports Medicine Club.
What? And what exactly did that... I know what sports medicine means in a professional level. Yeah. But what did it mean in high school?
So we were all part of athletic training, and there was never really a formal club. It was just classes that you would take. So we formed a club for the athletic training, department, and they would have competitions, sports medicine competitions statewide. So you'd go and it would be everything from taping ankles to, stabilizing joints and things of that nature. It was awesome.
So if Sarah rolls her ankle on the dance floor, you can help her?
I can tape an ankle.
I would not trust you for 2 seconds.
She was the president, Sarah. Show some respect.
Thank you.
I would never. No. Especially if we're on the dance floor together. You're probably intoxicated too. So don't worry. I got you, girl. I got you.
Well, out of curiosity, Steve, do you think that we have very many presidential rockaholics out there?
Absolutely.
206-803-ROCK. Rockaholics, we want to know, were you the president of something? We want to hear all about your presidency. 206-803-ROCK. We will take your calls after Foo Fighters.
The Daily Migs Show.
Yesterday was the presidential inauguration, and that had us feeling a little bit curious this morning about our rockaholics and what they were the president of at one point. 206-803-ROCK. Chris from Smoky Point, what were you the president of?
I was president of our high school's engine building team.
Was it a tough competition to become president, or was there several people trying to be president?
Well, I was the only one that had actual engine rebuilding experience at the time, and I've been doing it for a lot of years. So I was the one that knew the most about putting a small block 350 together, a 5.7 liter Chevy motor.
So do they even do that nowadays in high schools and schools? I remember when I was a kid, there would be a class where you learned how to put together. Nowadays, with everything being so electric, I can't imagine it's the same, right?
So, yes. So they still do the event. It's called Hot Rodders of Tomorrow.
Okay.
It's a really good program that it goes by region, and the winning team the winning teams of all the regions go to SEMA, and they compete at the SEMA show in Vegas. And the team who wins gets a free ride scholarship to a school of their choice.
Well, that's pretty awesome.
That is amazing.
Yeah, we our fastest time was 36 minutes and 43 seconds. Oh, wow. Tear down from a engine that would be running to the bare block and putting all the components back together. It was a 5-man team.
I was about to say, how many people were involved in that? That's crazy.
Rock on, Chris. That's insane.
Yeah.
206.
I can't rebuild an engine.
No, I wouldn't know the first thing about that.
I remember my parents one time, they bought us, my brother and I, like these like little like plastic engine things like you can rebuild and put together. My brother was like, he was all about it. And I just looked at this and I'm like, do you want to put mine together as well? Because I have zero interest in doing this.
I'll just hold the wrench. You tell me when you need it.
I was like, I'm just looking at this. I'm like, this is just too much for me. Too much for my brain.
206-803-ROCK. What were you the president of Mariah in Mill Creek?
I was the president and founder of Anime Club at Lakewood High School in Marysville.
Oh, my gosh. That's right down the street from where I grew up.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
It was a place that I lived for a few years. I went to multiple high schools. But, yeah, and that one, I think it lasted a year after I left.
I was about to say, so
pretty fun.
Did you have to then like get it like recognized by the school? Because you said you were the founder of it.
Yeah, so we had to get a teacher to sign off on it. And so we got, I think, both the art teachers to sign off on it because they shared a classroom.
Mm-hmm.
And we had to convince them that they didn't have to participate, that it was completely student-run.
Look, you don't have to be here for this. I know you don't give enough about anime, but just say yes.
They literally just, like, sat there at their desk and just logged in. We watched anime movies. We had a video game day where somebody brought an Atari and a Nintendo 64, and we did like how-to drawing sessions and stuff like that.
Are you still into anime today?
Oh yeah,
that's awesome.
That would have been great. She's like,
kids into it.
That'd be funny. Like, no, man, that's just nerd stuff. So, speaking of nerd stuff, they actually say this. They say I was the president of the Video Game Connection. It was a group of me and my friends. We just got together and play video games. We did this for a year, and we would elect a president. I was the president for 1 year. Yes, play the nerd sound effect. There you go.
I love that. 206-803-ROCK. What were you the president of, Rockaholics?
Someone said I was the worthy advisor of my Rainbow Girl Assembly. What is the Rainbow Girls?
I don't know.
It's basically I was like the president. We wore hoop skirts and did ritualistic marches at each meeting from our friend Rose in Tacoma.
Okay, I want to see that. I want to know what a ritualistic march?
Yes.
Okay, I want to see that.
Danny, were you president of anything?
No.
No.
President of the emo club now, but I mean beyond that, not really.
You didn't even want to be president of like your high school?
Yeah, I did do student council like my freshman year, but they didn't allow our freshman class. They didn't have like ranks in it because we didn't know what we were doing. Mm-hmm. So then after that, I was like, I did it for one more year, but didn't actually try to do anything with it. So.
Well, one texter says, I was president of my high school. It was stupid. Haha.
Wow.
I would love for the president of Beat Migs to give us a call right now. Whoever it is that has beat you the most times, your arch nemesis.
Alan?
Is it Alan?
It might be.
Maybe Alan can call us this morning and take you down. Steve has a record of 14 wins, 14 losses, and 2 ties in 2025. 206-803-ROCK. We will play Beat Migs at 6:50.
The Daily Migs Show.
The brand new Grand Casino and Shoreline is now open. Step into the action with Vegas-style table games like Baccarat, Heads-Up Hold'em Poker, Pai Gow, Blackjack, and High Card Flush. Feeling hungry? Feast on delicious Chinese, Vietnamese, and continental dishes, plus breakfast favorites. Dine in or take out. And don't miss daily happy hours from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. to midnight. Grand Casino and Shoreline off Aurora. Open daily from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. Visit GrandCasinoGaming.com. Welcome to the Grand Experience.
Auto insurance rates are on the rise, which is why you should call Vern Fonk Insurance. Vern Fonk could save you up to 20% on your auto insurance. The pros at Vern Fonk will do all the work, comparing different plans to find you the best options. And they can insure you over the phone. One call to Vern Fonk could save you up to 20%. Call 206-408-5094. 206-408-5094.
Remember to honk when you drive by Vern Fonk.
Restrictions apply based on a Q3 2023 study of Vern Fonk Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number 1070622.
Is your team at work feeling a little disconnected? Maybe the workflow's not flowing? Try Confluence by Atlassian. Confluence is the connected workspace where teams can create, organize, and deliver work like never before. In Confluence, teams can whiteboard their vision for any project, easily create or access the relevant pages and resources they need, and discover important context they might not even know they need. Plus, AI helps teams jumpstart brainstorms, organize information, and connect workflows, so teams can move efficiently and create alignment with ease. In fact, with Confluence, teams can see 5.2% average boost in productivity in 1 year. So if your team lacks confidence, try Confluence, the connected workspace where teams can do it all. Set knowledge free with Confluence. Learn more at Atlassian.com/Confluence. That's Atlassian.com/CONFLUENCE.
This podcast is brought to you by Kleenex Lotion Tissues. You can't predict sick days, but with Kleenex Lotion Tissues, you can be better prepared for them while helping keep your skin healthy. Whether it's a surprise sneeze or a stuffy nose, it's always good to have something gentle on hand. Kleenex Lotion Tissues moisturize to help prevent skin irritation while you're battling those unwanted cold and flu symptoms. It's extra care when you need it most. I mean, why not have one less thing to worry about when you're not feeling your best? For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
Presented by T-Mobile, the official wireless partner of Odyssey Sports. With an awesome network and great savings, there's never been a better time to join T-Mobile. Visit your neighborhood store to make the switch today.
Dreaming of a 6-night getaway to paradise? Escape to the islands of Tahiti and Moorea with Air Tahiti Nui, the world's most immersive travel experience. This all-inclusive vacation package is designed to take you to a tropical haven, starting with non-stop flights from Los Angeles or Seattle to Tahiti. From the vibrant cabins to the warmth of our Polynesian crew, you will be transported to Tahiti from the moment you step on board. Your package includes luxurious hotel stays, ensuring that your experience is as comfortable as it is enchanting. Start each day with a delicious Polynesian breakfast. Enjoy exciting excursions that showcase the beauty and culture of the islands, and take advantage of convenient transfers that make your trip seamless from start to finish. All of this begins at just $26.95 per person. Whether you're looking to explore crystal clear waters, unwind on pristine beaches, or immerse yourself in rich Polynesian culture, Tahiti and Moorea offer endless possibilities for both adventure and relaxation. Call 1-877-468-2448 now to book your Tahiti and Moorea escape.
Lovers wants to know, ever forget Valentine's Day in the past? Need to make up for it? Do it and them right this time with the perfect pleasure present from Lovers stores. Whether you're looking for spicy toys, alluring lingerie, or exciting accessories, Lovers has it all. Save 20% when you mention unforgettable at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow Rewards membership until February 28th. Some exclusions apply.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. When that pipe starts to trickle and you're in a real pickle, call Pinky. When that burst pipe starts to smell ripe, call Pinky. When your water heater's shot and it won't get hot, call Pinky. When you get home to a flood, call your best bud. Pinky's Plumbing to the rescue. No job is too big or too small. Pinky's does it all. So when your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, call Pinky's. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
The Daily Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Be Migs. Be Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Be Migs, you're a loser.
Who's ready to beat Migs? I know Jeff from Auburn is. Jeff, are you there?
I'm here.
I'm Sarah, your host, and it's time for you to get out of here, Steve.
Bye-bye.
For those playing at home, Jeff has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Nirvana had the hit song Smells Like What?
Teen Spirit.
Correct. How many justices serve on the United States Supreme Court?
7.
No.
3.
No.
11.
No. What is the word for the weather event, also called a winter hurricane?
Cyclone.
You have the full name?
Pass.
Who plays the title character in the 90s romantic comedy Jerry Maguire?
Tom Cruise.
Correct. The Goo Goo Dolls wrote Iris for what movie?
Pass.
What is the name of the Fruit Loops mascot?
Whose mascot?
The Fruit Loops mascot.
Toucan Sam.
Correct. What was the first country to use paper money?
China.
Yes. How many of the 7 dwarfs' name end in the letter Y?
3, 4, 5.
5, yes. What is the largest land animal on Earth?
Elephant.
Correct.
Ooh, strong finish, Jeff.
Strong finish, and it got you 6 correct.
All right.
We were right that I shouldn't have given the cyclone, right?
I don't know what the right answer was.
We just had one.
Oh, that is it. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh.
No, it was the full name. You're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I think it's going to be a close one. Steve, are you ready?
Oh, yeah!
Nirvana had the hit song Smells Like What?
Deodorant. Teen Spirit.
Correct. How many justices serve on the United States Supreme Court?
I don't know. 2?
No.
8?
No.
16.
No. What is the word for the weather event also called a winter hurricane?
I don't know. What?
What is the word for the weather event also called a winter hurricane?
Is that the bomb cyclone?
Yes, you do know.
You lived it.
Who plays the title character in the 90s romantic comedy Jerry Maguire?
Tom Cruise.
Yes. The Goo Goo Dolls wrote Iris for what movie?
I know.
do that again.
Okay, I won't. Is that The Crow?
No.
Damn it. I don't know. Pass.
What?
Romeo and Juliet.
No. What is the name of the Fruit Loops mascot?
Toucan Sam.
Correct. What was the first country to use paper money?
United States of America.
No.
Canada.
No.
Japan.
No.
Damn
How
it.
many of the 7 dwarfs' name ends in the letter Y?
How many?
Yes.
4.
No.
6.
No.
5.
Yes. Steve.
Too late.
That got you 5 correct, which is a loss, 6-5.
Son of a...
Let's go, Jeff. Woo-woo.
I hate 2025. This has been the worst year ever.
It is not your year.
I'm under 500 again.
I love it.
This sucks.
Does anyone know how many justices serve on the United States Supreme Court?
Is it 9?
It's 9.
Why did I say 9?
You were so close.
I said 6.
I know. I thought you were going to do your 6-9, and you didn't.
Rough weekend.
I guess so. A winter hurricane, also known as the bomb cyclone, which we all lived through. Does anyone know the Goo Goo Dolls wrote Iris for what movie?
Was it called City of Angels?
It was.
Wow.
Yeah.
I am so impressed.
That was a very sad movie. I mean, kind of depressing movie.
I feel like that's a movie where the songs from the soundtrack were more memorable than the actual movie itself.
Yeah, I had never heard of this movie.
I know you're back in your Goo Goo Dolls phase right now.
Well, no, I listened to 2 of their songs, and I've already left that phase.
You're already over it.
Yeah, I'm in a big Kiss phase right now, guys.
Well, and then one you didn't get to. What is the largest land animal on Earth?
Land animal?
Yes.
An elephant.
Yes, you would have tied, but too late.
We cordially invite you to join us for the Men's Room Lager launch party. It's going to be a live broadcast on Friday, February 7th at Black Raven Brewing Company in Woodinville. So they're celebrating their 20 years in Seattle with this brand new beer. You can come and taste it straight from the source and know that the proceeds from every beer sold will go to our local Fisher House locations.
I don't know when you say straight from the source. I'm just picturing Miles or Ted just like pouring it into somebody's mouth.
We could probably arrange that.
You know what? I'm sure they would do that after a few drinks.
You can get more info on the party at KISW.com. Now, speaking of parties, I want to say thank you to everyone who came out to Tony V's on Sunday night for my 40th birthday party. It was a blast.
Great time.
But apparently something happened at the party that upset one member of the show. What happened? We're going to find out after Papa Roach.
The Daily Migs Show.
Big thank you to everyone that came out to Tony V's on Sunday night to celebrate my 40th birthday. We had a blast, and who better to give a review of the entire night than our friend Sarah.
Taryn is like Beyonce. She is like the most popular girl, as she should be. It's her birthday, but I've seen her once for like 2 seconds, and I'm kind of jealous.
Leave it to Sarah to be the person who's upset that the attention is not on her when it's your freaking birthday.
I should have given her a crown or something, make her feel special.
I feel like you two are the only two dressed up.
Yeah, and we look the best out of everyone, so.
That's okay. So, yes. So, the party had an 80s theme in the flyer.
Yes.
And
it said, dress up in 80s, glitz and sparkles, you know.
I didn't even read that part, to be honest with you.
It wasn't a requirement, but it was a suggestion, a strong suggestion.
I don't know if anyone else dressed like they were in the 80s except for Sarah and her husband, George.
There were a couple others sprinkled in there.
Were there, Danny? Did you see anyone else that looked like they were from the 80s?
I mean, I heard a lot of complaints about the whole thing. I saw some people wearing neon and being like, this is all we had. And like, we really didn't want to dress up. And I was like, that's why I didn't.
I almost wore a Kiss shirt, but I'm like, oh, this is like Kiss from the 70s. Kiss from the 80s didn't wear makeup. I can't do that. So I was like, and Sarah and Taryn, you weren't. I mean, like, you had like a pink fluorescent glove, and that was it.
Which I acquired at the party. I did not show up in that glove.
So not even the person whose party it was for was dressed like. And your husband was your husband dressed like it was the 80s?
No, he wore boots that he said were 80s cowboy boots.
What, they bought in the 80s?
Yeah, right, yes. They're Python boots.
Nobody dressed like they were in the 80s except for Sarah and George, who were like over the top dressed like they were in the 80s.
They looked awesome.
Listened to the invitation.
Suck it.
Where's everybody's costumes?
George is wearing like a full long ass mullet right now, okay? And
he had like fluorescent pants.
His pants were awesome. His shoes were great. Everything was. George was dialed in.
Can we go back to just how dejected he sounds, though?
I wasn't sure if he was dejected or if you guys were pre-funking a lot before you got to the hotel to the party.
Both.
Suck it.
Where's everybody's costumes?
He sounds faded. Where's everyone's costumes?
Is that what he said? I thought he said first there was costumes, and I was like, I don't know what the hell George is saying.
See, to me, his look with the audio, it was more of like, oh, God, where's everyone's costumes? I have to agree with Sarah, or else I'm going to get in trouble.
Well, it was a good question. Where was everyone else's costumes?
At the costume store, because I never bothered to get one. I'm not driving all the way from people off to Everett wearing like a mullet and like, fluorescent pants. I was like, I'm just not.
Why not? You saw George. He looked great.
He looked fantastic.
He looked like he was in Guns N' Roses.
But he also looked like he did it against his will.
Yeah.
He got that outfit all on his own, I just want to say.
So good.
All right, and look who just walked up to your right here.
What's going on here?
Wow, someone that doesn't look cool or 80s at all. That's awesome.
So salty. She was so mad at me that I wasn't dressed. I was wearing a black T-shirt, black jeans, and some shoes. And
you were in the Steve Migs uniform.
I was. This is what I wore in the 80s.
Do not give me that, because that's what Brad gave me too. And then I asked our big boss, who also did not dress up, and I was like, what are you doing? He's like, I lived the 80s, man. And I'm like,
sorry, nobody dressed up like they were in the 80s except for you and George.
That's the woman who looks like 1984 just puked all over her.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm owning it. Shush, okay?
Sarah said that Taryn looks like Beyonce tonight. Taryn looks like Beyonce?
She doesn't look like Beyonce. She is Beyonce. Like, she's so popular. I've seen her once.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't look like Beyonce.
Like, how much have you drank? I really like seeing the photo collages. Talk about embarrassing.
Seriously.
Who hates you in your family?
My parents used to let us, like, the one thing we had control over in our lives as children was our hairstyles.
Okay.
So you can see this, like, montage of all the bad decisions I made with my hairstyles.
It was like a little hall of fame of hairstyles that somebody set up at the party where it was like a whole wall of all these. And it was cool. Like, whoever did that was awesome.
My sister and my mom.
But I think they also picked certain pictures just to embarrass you.
Yeah, the perm pictures,
Yes.
there was a lot of those.
Dude, some of them were so bad. Like, so bad.
Wait, tell us about one of the bad ones, Sarah.
I mean, there are so many. One that George kept being like, why is she in water? There's literally one where she's fully dressed, but half of her body is submerged in water.
She's being baptized.
Is that what's happening?
I have no idea.
It was a very trendy shot for senior pictures that a lot of the girls from Stanwood High School were doing.
For real?
Where you'd go down to Kayak Point and get halfway in the water and get your picture taken.
While wearing pants.
Yes.
Well, this was a thing. Did anyone else ever have this?
No.
Wasn't a trend that I just missed. Maybe I was too old for this trend.
Oh, there were several other girlfriends from high school that did it. My sisters did it. It was definitely all the rage for a while.
was it supposed to look angelic or something?
Sarah, I could not tell.
Can we recreate this? Whenever we have to do promo pictures again, we'll be like, look, we got to go to Green Lake.
And cold plunging is in, so we could totally do it.
Usually you take your clothes off, though, when you do it.
Oh, God.
I will say about your outfit, Steve, there were so many people who came up to me, including some of our own, Sarah and George, and they're like, why is Steve not here? And I was like, no, Steve's here. Everyone was looking for the bald guy. And then there was a bald guy there that had tattoos, and everyone's like, that's not Steve right there. I guess people going up to this guy and being like, Migs! And he was like, no, dude.
Also, I know how to be incognito. I just wear a baseball cap.
That's it.
Wear a Kraken hat. Nobody knows who I am.
perfect disguise.
I was also had to dip out a few times because while we're having the party, my wife texts me and she's just like, did you take an Uber there? And I'm like, no. Why would I take an Uber there? I took my car. Like, what are you talking about? Somebody got into our account and was making like Uber charges, fraudulent charges while the party's going on. So I apologize to some of the Rockaholics who were like trying to talk to me. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I got to go find a quiet area to talk to my wife because apparently somebody is running up charges on her credit card in California.
Oh, geez.
With Ubers.
Ugh.
It was so annoying.
That is very annoying.
But luckily, turned the card off and everything was good to go.
Well, I'm glad
it was a great party, though.
Glad you guys all could make it, and thanks to everyone who showed up. We had a blast. Yesterday was a perfect recovery day, but very excited to be back to work today. What would you say is the greatest rock song of all time?
Oh, man. Rock song or rock band?
Rock band, excuse me.
KISS right now.
KISS. Well, there is a list that has been put together by Forbes
I've been listening to a lot of KISS. I don't know why, but
it's fine. I was laughing more at her judgment and her voice when she said KISS.
What did you think? I was going to say Rush?
Yes!
Oh, no.
There's a list that was put together by Forbes magazine. They picked their top 30. So what band do you think topped the list?
KISS.
Will you agree with this list? We will find out at 7:20.
The Daly Migs Show.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
Yeah, sure thing. Hey, you sold that car yet?
Yeah, sold it to Carvana.
Oh, I thought you were selling to that guy.
The guy who wanted to pay me in foreign currency, no interest, over 36 months? Yeah, no. Carvana gave me an offer in minutes, picked it up, and paid me on the spot. It was so convenient.
Just like that.
Yeah.
No hassle.
None.
That is super convenient. Sell your car to Carvana and swap hassle for convenience. Pickup fees may apply.
Auto insurance rates are on the rise, which is why you should call Vern Fonk Insurance. Vern Fonk could save you up to 20% on your auto insurance. The pros at Vern Fonk will do all the work, comparing different plans to find you the best options. And they can insure you over the phone. One call to Vern Fonk could save you up to 20%. Call 206-408-5094. 206-408-5094.
Remember to honk when you drive by Vern Fonk.
Restrictions apply based on a Q3 2023 study of Vern Fonk insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number 1070622.
Forbes put together a list of the best rock bands of all time. And for instance, they say that this would be number one, the greatest rock band ever.
Okay. This list is crap. This band sucks. They're not
Boo.
KISS. It's gonna be my answer to all of them because I have a feeling that KISS is not even in the top 5. And every answer will be, they're not KISS. You can't argue this, even if you're not a huge Led Zeppelin fan. I mean, how do you argue the fact that they're not the greatest? I mean, it's subjective, but they are definitely they deserve to be in the top 5.
One of the great pioneers of rock music, without question.
I've never been a huge Led Zeppelin fan. I appreciate their songs, but I've never had a day in my life where I'm like, I need to listen to Led Zeppelin.
Oh man, I've had many of those days.
Yeah.
Now, number 2 on the list.
Come together.
They're not KISS.
I love this list.
Over me.
The Beatles.
I hate
number
it.
2.
I hate it because I'm not a fan, but I can't argue that they don't belong.
They absolutely belong.
Right,
yeah.
right, yeah.
Some more of the top bands coming in at number 3.
Also not KISS. I also tried to pick the non-rock songs of all of them. Are you just trying a little bias against rock?
No, not really. It's just funny to me because a lot of times it's like the Beatles always scream pop to me. I know they were pop rock or whatever, but it's more and the Queen. Of course, I love Queen, but
you got to also think about the time of when the Beatles were a thing. The sound of rock was a little bit different.
For sure. Coming in at number 4 on the list that Forbes put together of the best rock bands of all time.
So this is basically the list of all the bands that I don't rock with, but I understand why people think they're considered some of the best. I could appreciate their talents. I've just never spent a day listening to any of these bands.
You've never spent a day just getting weird with Pink Floyd?
Yes, I have. But usually we're watching Wizard of Oz at that time and maybe enjoying some pizza with mushrooms on it.
Rounding out the top 5.
I've been listening to a little bit more of Jimi Hendrix because I got a Jimi Hendrix shirt and I felt like I shouldn't be a poser.
Name 3 songs, Steve.
I can't do it. This one, that other one. No. Target. Target's got great Jimi Hendrix shirts, let me tell you.
Nice.
So of these bands, so we heard the 5. If you can only pick one, because none of these bands are, Queen's still kind of touring, but, obviously without Freddie Mercury. Pink Floyd, members of Pink Floyd are still hitting the road. The Beatles are not doing anything anymore. Led Zeppelin says they're not going to do anything anymore. And of course, Jimi Hendrix, it would be kind of hard to do the Jimi Hendrix experience without Jimi Hendrix.
For sure.
If you could pick one of these 5 bands to see live, but you can only pick one, which one are you going with?
So I would say the Beatles.
The Beatles.
But I would want to pick a show where I could actually hear the music of the Beatles because the crowd was always so loud that sometimes you couldn't even hear them playing.
Like the Ed Sullivan Theater Beatles where all the girls were losing their collective minds.
Beatlemania made it very hard to hear the music. So if I could pick a show where the Beatles were actually able to be heard, that's what I would pick.
Danny, you going Queen?
Of course.
I figured just based on what you said.
But with Freddie Mercury.
Yes.
Like, I want
time traveling, for sure.
I would love to see them with Freddie Mercury.
Sarah, what are you going?
Jimmy.
Same.
For sure.
You and me both. I want to see Jimmy, when at peak tripping.
Oh, yeah.
Where he's setting his guitar on fire and he's on his knees and the smoke is going up and just the chaos. And also, I loved his band. I loved the experience.
For sure.
Mitch Mitchell, the drummer.
Yes.
Just to be able to see that guy perform with Jimi Hendrix, that would be amazing. And also, I have the Jimi Hendrix shirt from Target that I can wear.
Number 1 fan of, the fan club.
I haven't bought a Led Zeppelin shirt from Target yet. They have them.
Now, we have obviously not seen any of these bands, but do you think you have seen some of the greatest rock bands of all time, Rockaholics? The number to call and brag about those shows is 206-803-ROCK. If you have seen some of the great legends of rock music, call in now. 206-803-ROCK. We will take your calls after 3 days grace.
The Daily Migs Show. Daily Migs Show.
Forbes magazine said that this band is the greatest rock band of all time.
I'm gonna give you my love. I'm gonna give you my love.
I only know one person that has seen them live, and that's our old boss, Sergeant Hair Club. And it wasn't way back in the day when he saw them. He saw them for that one reunion show in London. And I was like, man, that would have been awesome to be at.
The O2 Arena.
Yes.
I think it was 2007 maybe, or 8. That's awesome.
It was that long ago already.
Yeah. Crazy. So this did get us talking about whether we have seen some of these legendary rock bands or not. So we have a couple listeners joining us that claim they have seen some of the legends of rock live in concert.
Yeah, it's fun to go through the list and be like, have you seen them? Have you not? Seen them or not seen them kind of a thing.
John and Joel. John's in Tacoma. Joel's in Seattle. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right, before we get to the list, John, if you had to say, what is the greatest concert you've ever seen?
Jay on the Green, Oakland Coliseum. Metallica, Queensryche, Soundgarden, Faith No More.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
That's stacked.
Faith No More with them as well.
But I saw Pearl Jam CD release party is right up there, and Nirvana for 50 cents at the, Skate King and Federal Way.
Okay, now you're bragging.
Yeah, I'm bragging.
That's awesome. What about you, Joel?
Yeah, the Who and the Stones. I've seen the Who 4 times. I saw the Stones twice. I saw Zeppelin was great.
Wait, you seen Led Zeppelin?
Yeah, I saw Led Zeppelin in '73, Seattle Coliseum, and but the top of the heap was Little Feat.
Wow! After all those bands you listed, I'm not no disrespect to Little Feat, but that's insane. That of all those bands you've listed,
who that is?
Yeah.
Okay, now I have to ask selfishly: have either of you seen Rush?
No.
Yeah, I saw Rush.
Yeah, we got one.
Of course you did.
Have either of you seen AC/DC?
No, I didn't.
I was supposed to, but then I got sick. So.
Oh.
Man, I got to see. I'm lucky. I'm thankful I got to see them twice. And even not, I'm not like I'm not listening to AC/DC a ton. Like I like a lot of their songs. They're not like one of my all-time favorites. But both my wife and I were, after we left that show, like, I get why people go crazy about seeing this band live. They were hands down one of the best concerts I've ever seen.
Did either of you guys have the opportunity to see Black Sabbath?
No opportunity to see the Sabbath.
One that really kills me, Rage Against the Machine. I never got to see them. Did you guys happen to see?
Oh my God!
Is that a yes?
Machine at the Oz. It was such a small event. It was insane.
Wait, was the club that then eventually became Deviate?
Yeah.
That's a small club. I think it's under 1,000 capacity. That must have been bonkers to see them there.
It was insane. My buddy jumped off the triax and overshot the whole pit.
Oh my gosh. Now, I got to ask one for Steve.
Okay.
Did you guys see KISS?
Yes, time to time.
Yeah, I mean, dude, you can't go wrong seeing a KISS concert.
Nah.
Is it the best ever?
It's up there. It's up there.
It's good, yeah.
So what concerts do you guys have on deck for this year?
I don't know. That's for my social secretary. I mean, I've seen everybody. Garth Brooks, phenomenal entertainment. I just love music.
He just
did what? Want me to go to a show? Just say, let's go to a show.
Didn't he just do, I think, the Tacoma Dome last year? And I remember kind of kicking myself that I didn't end up going. Not that I never listen to Garth Brooks in my free time, but I heard that he puts on a rock show.
Yeah, he's like the king of stadium shows for sure. Well, thank you guys so much. You guys win the day. You've seen the most cool stuff.
He wins the day. His was awesome.
I think the one that got me most, I mean, the fact that, I can't remember which, I think it was John that saw Nirvana for 50 cents.
That's crazy.
That's just insane.
Sometimes I go back and look at those like KISW Rising Stars shows and who came up through those ranks and who played the Lodo shows back in the day. Yeah. And it's like crazy.
The Ramones, yes. I think they did like $1 or something or a 99-cent show for KISW way back in the day.
They didn't have any convenience fees associated with that back in the day.
And back in those days, you actually had to deal with somebody to get a ticket. So there should have been a convenience fee as opposed to the robots these days. Dude, yeah, I'm looking at something like, I've seen Iron Maiden. They're number 17 on the list of the greatest rock bands of all time. The Rage Against the Machine one, I'm right there with you. I have not seen them. I've seen Guns N' Roses, versions of Guns N' Roses. I wish I could have seen Guns N' Roses with the original 5.
Oh, yeah, that would have been amazing.
I've seen them with, Slash, Duff, and Axl, but never with Steven or Izzy.
For sure.
Yep.
How would you like to beat Steve, Rockaholics? He has a hilarious record of 14 wins, 15 losses, and 2 ties in 2025.
I'm going to turn it around at some point.
One of those losses was delivered by me last week, and that felt really good. 206-803-ROCK. We will play Beat Migs at 7:50.
The Daily Migs Show.
Is your team at work feeling a little disconnected? Maybe the workflow's not flowing? Try Confluence by Atlassian. Confluence is the connected workspace where teams can create, organize, and deliver work like never before. In Confluence, teams can whiteboard their vision for any project, easily create or access the relevant pages and resources they need, and discover important context they might not even know they need. Plus, AI helps teams jumpstart brainstorms, organize information, and connect workflows, so teams can move efficiently and create alignment with ease. In fact, with Confluence, teams can see 5.2% average boost in productivity in 1 year. So if your team lacks confidence, try Confluence, the connected workspace where teams can do it all. Set knowledge free with Confluence. Learn more at Atlassian.com/confluence. That's Atlassian.com/CONFLUENCE.
Plug in a Hyundai EV and the extraordinary happens. From the charge time and range in the Ioniq 5 and 6 to the adventurous spirit of the Kona Electric to the 601 horsepower Ioniq 5N. Hyundai EVs make the extraordinary electrifying. There's joy in every journey.
EPA estimated 303-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 5 SE SEL Limited rear-wheel drive and 361-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 6 SE long-range rear-wheel drive with fully charged battery. Actual range may vary. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
This podcast is brought to you by Kleenex Lotion Tissues. You can't predict sick days, but with Kleenex Lotion Tissues, you can be better prepared for them while helping keep your skin healthy. Whether it's a surprise sneeze or a stuffy nose, it's always good to have something gentle on hand. Kleenex Lotion Tissues moisturize to help prevent skin irritation while you're battling those unwanted cold and flu symptoms. It's extra care when you need it most. I mean, why not have one less thing to worry about when you're not feeling your best? For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
The brand new Grand Casino and Shoreline is now open. Step into the action with Vegas-style table games like Baccarat, Heads Up Hold'em Poker, Pai Gow, Blackjack, and High Card Flush. Feeling hungry? Feast on delicious Chinese, Vietnamese, and continental dishes plus breakfast favorites. Dine in or take out. And don't miss daily happy hours from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. to midnight. Grand Casino and Shoreline off Aurora. Open daily from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. Visit GrandCasinoGaming.com. Welcome to the Grand Experience. Presented by T-Mobile, the official wireless partner of Odyssey Sports. With an awesome network and great savings, there's never been a better time to join T-Mobile. Visit your neighborhood store to make the switch today.
Escape to paradise with a relaxing 6-night stay in the iconic islands of Tahiti and Moorea. Enjoy an all-inclusive nonstop flight to Tahiti from Seattle or Los Angeles on Air Tahiti Nui, the world's most immersive travel experience. From the vibrant cabins to the warm and welcoming crew, you will be transported to Tahiti from the moment you step on board. This dream getaway also includes beautiful accommodations, excursions, daily breakfast, all transfers, and more, starting at just $26.95 per person. Call 1-877-468-2448 to book yours today.
Lovers wants to know, ever forget Valentine's Day in the past? Need to make up for it? Do it and them right this time with the perfect pleasure present from Lovers stores. Whether you're looking for spicy toys, alluring lingerie, or exciting accessories, Lovers has it all. Save 20% when you mention unforgettable at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow Rewards membership until February 28th. Some exclusions apply.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Slow drain being a pain? Call Pinky. That pipe's being a little leaky? Call Pinky. When the toilet won't flush and you're in a rush? Call Pinky. When your shower lost all its spray power? Call Pinky. When your sink's on the blink? Call Pinky. Pinky's Plumbing promises to lick all your plumbing problems quick. So when your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, call Pinky's. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
The Daily Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who's ready to beat Migs? I know John from Tacoma is. John, are you there?
John!
Hi.
Oh, there you are.
What's happening?
What's happening? I'm Sarah, your host, and it's time for you to get out of here, Steve.
Bye-bye.
For those playing at home, John has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yeah.
How many feet are in 1 yard?
3.
Correct. Groundhog Day is celebrated in what month?
February 2nd.
Yes. Which Beatles single was #1 on the Billboard charts for the longest stretch of time?
Let It Be?
No.
Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds?
No.
My Generation?
No. When it comes to movies, what does PG stand for?
Parental Guide?
Correct. Which ocean is located between North America and Europe?
Atlantic?
Yes. On a standard keyboard, what letter is between the V and the N?
Oh. Q?
No.
R?
No.
T?
No. Who voiced the
L.
genie in the early 90s animated version of Aladdin? No.
Oh, Robin Williams.
Correct. What gas do plants absorb from the atmosphere to help them grow?
Carbon dioxide.
Correct. The Space Needle was built in what early 60s year?
1962?
No.
61.
Correct. Where does Peter Pan live?
Never Neverland.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
John, you got 8 correct.
Just crushed it.
You were so fast, too. Whoa.
Yeah, stupid Beatles.
I agree. Stupid Beatles.
I don't think Steve's going to get that one either, so I wouldn't.
Do you think you know it?
I think I might.
You probably do. You're a fan. Steve, are you ready?
Yes!
How many feet are in 1 yard?
3.
Correct. Groundhog Day is celebrated in what month?
February?
Yes. Which Beatles single was #1 on the Billboard chart for the longest stretch of time?
Oh, crap. Imagine something. Help?
No.
I Want to Hold Your Hand?
No.
Let it be.
No. When it comes to movies, what does PG stand for?
Parental guidance.
Yes. Which ocean is located between North America and Europe?
That would be the Atlantic.
Yes. On a standard keyboard, what letter is between the V and the N?
A?
No.
G?
No.
I?
No. Who voiced the genie in the early 90s animated version of Aladdin?
Eddie Murphy.
No.
Robin Williams.
There we go. What gas do plants absorb from the atmosphere to help them grow?
Methane.
No, it's not methane. It's never methane.
Butane.
No.
Hydrogen.
No. The Space Needle was built in what early 60s year?
1962.
No. Steve.
It wasn't?
No, it was not. You got 5 correct, which is another loss, 8-5. Let's go, John.
He's hanging his head.
Oh my God, I've never seen him so sad.
This is
what is happening?
I don't know, but now I'm kind of starting to understand what the Kraken feel like. I'm starting to let this season get away from me.
You really are.
Oh man, we got to make some trade deadline pickups and stuff to fix this.
Taryn, which Beatles single was number 1 on the Billboard charts for the longest period of time?
Well, I was going to guess I Want to Hold Your Hand, but that was wrong. So I'm going to go with Revolution.
And you would be incorrect. Hey
Jude.
Yeah.
Duh. Now that makes sense.
Does it? It wasn't that great of a song.
Wow.
Oh, it's well loved though.
It's well loved.
Yes.
On a standard keyboard, what letter is between the V and the N? You clearly were just completely guessing.
I was spelling something.
Were you really?
What were you spelling?
Well, I guessed A, and then I guessed a G, and then an I. Starts with the letter V.
Oh my God.
I just went down a weird road.
This is an interesting strategy that did not pay off.
I like how none of us got that too.
No.
Steve, you're probably like giggling to yourself like,
I was like, again? You're spelling again? Why?
Such a 12-year-old. And none of you are picking up on what I'm throwing down.
No. Well, the answer was B.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
And the Space Needle began and ended the build in 1961.
61.
Yes, you were close. Well, congrats on losing again.
Thanks.
Rockaholics, we invite you to rock the new merch available in the Rock Shop. We have some flannels, we have a pullover sweatshirt, and they're going to look awesome on you. You can grab them now at KISW.com. Not sure if you saw this, The Rock's Instagram post.
I did.
Where he is being all made up in beautiful makeup by his lovely daughters, and some are calling him the ultimate girl dad.
I saw it was like a post about that, and I clicked on it, and it is... It's pretty epic. I mean, they are putting nail polish on his forehead, not just like makeup, like stuff that like that's going to take a minute to get off. And then his entire face is pink.
He looks like he's going into battle or something.
But I even saw he even posted on his comments. He's like, there's going to come a point where they're not going to want to do this. So like, of course, I'm going to say yes to all this silly stuff. And I get what he means with that.
Because you're also a girl dad.
Yes.
And you had a bit of a girl dad moment this weekend, as I understand.
I might have contributed to creating a monster.
All right, we're going to find out what happened after Stone Temple Pilots.
The Daily Migs Show.
Migs, you are in your girl dad era.
Yes.
Tatum is the light of your life.
Brings so much joy. Like she cracks me up every day. She's just such a good kid. But she just recently discovered something and wanted to do something, and I'm kind of now thinking we might have created a monster.
Oh.
And it's like one of those things I feel like you're not, someone even joked with me, like, you're not a girl dad until you have to do this, and that is a freaking tea party.
Oh, really?
It's been nonstop all weekend long. Dad, I'm like, do you want to play? Yeah, what do you want to do? Tea party. And it's not just like pretend tea, like we have to make tea.
Are there snacks?
Yes.
Good snacks?
Well, I chatted with Tatum about these tea parties, and you'll find out what kind of snacks we have, because that's the only highlight.
What would you say is the key to a great tea?
Milk.
Milk?
Mm-hmm.
What else?
Sugar.
Sugar. And what else?
Tea.
And tea.
Yeah.
Bam, nailed it right there.
Yeah, you need the tea.
She
we need the
passed the
tea. The
test.
tea is important. And we got that little tiny little tea set. And we have to fill it up with the tea. I got to go grab the milk out of the oat milk, and then pour a little bit of that in there, and then grab a sugar packet and pour it into, and this is what we're doing.
This is awesome.
Yeah, the first time.
How many tea parties have we had in the last couple of days?
I don't know.
What is this, like our fourth tea party?
Yeah.
What do you like about tea parties?
It's like the fourth in 2 days.
That is a lot of tea parties.
And that's just with me. She was doing tea parties with Sid as well. While we were at your party in Tony V's on Sunday night, she was having a tea party with Sid.
You know, you're not supposed to actually do the tea part of it. You're supposed to be make-believe in there, Steve.
Oh, this woman, let me tell you. We can't do pretend. I have to, get the tea out of the cupboards, boil the water. Yeah.
What do you like about tea parties?
Tea.
Well, that's a very obvious question to answer. Why do I ask these stupid questions?
You just like drinking tea?
Yeah, tea.
And the snacks are pretty cool, too, when we have snacks. What do we have for snacks usually?
Pretzels and cookies.
Pretzels and cookies.
Now, that part I could get behind.
I want in.
They're little mini pretzels and little mini cookies. I was like, let's keep that going.
Do you think you want to open up your own tea shop when you get older?
Yeah.
Yeah?
And puppy salon.
And a puppy salon?
Yeah.
So you cut puppies' hairs while serving tea?
She's an entrepreneur, Steve.
She wanted to call it, I think she was calling it puppies or doodles and poodles.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
You got to get secure the URL now.
Already copyrighted it. Yeah, good luck trying to get that.
No.
How many puppies do you want when you grow up?
100.
100 puppies.
Me too, Tatum. Me too.
She's convinced that when she grows up, she's going to buy a house next door to us, which I'm like, yeah, have you seen the house prices these days? You better start saving right now, kid. And there's going to be no furniture in this house. It's just going to be a couch, dog beds, and a TV.
Oh my
and
gosh.
there's going to be 100 dogs.
She's going to live my dream for me.
Pretty much. I'm like, you know what? Why don't you move to Arlington? Or Stanwood, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, my bad.
So, out of curiosity, what kind of tea do you guys like to drink?
Oh, I just grabbed. It was a lemon tea.
Oh,
I don't know.
okay.
It was like, I just grabbed whatever was in the cupboard. Really, the flavor didn't matter. I mean, you're taking like one sip and you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Does Barrett have everything that he wants to do obsessively now with you?
I mean, all the time, we are playing trucks. Trucks and trucks and trucks. It's excavators, it's backhoes.
Can we swap kids for a little bit?
Skid steers and compact track loaders and cranes. So it's always trucks.
Wait. So which one of you has the boy and which one of you has the girl? I can't tell.
Yeah. It's not typecasting at all, right?
It's two completely different universes right now.
Danny, what about you? When Lily was growing up, like, what was the thing? Like, where you're just like, I'm done. I can't keep doing this.
Oh man. Well, for the longest time, it was just always dolls, like any kind. And she had those LOL dolls for the longest time. It was like, let's play dolls. But there was never any like rhyme or reason to what we were doing with the dolls. So it wasn't like, oh, there's a story behind it. It was just like, let's just play. And then they all fight with each other. And then they all like go into the house and fall asleep. And then they get back out and they fight with each other again. But it was hours and hours of that. And I just was like, what are we doing? Luckily, the LOL dolls, and all dolls actually are just not a thing anymore. So
it said Tatum needs to see Alice in Wonderland. It's a tea party.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like that could be a gateway drug to something. Kidding.
Last night was the college football playoffs national championship. Ohio State beat Notre Dame, and the game wasn't even over when people were already online complaining. So we're going to go straight to the comments at 8:20.
The Daily Migs Show.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
Yeah, sure thing. Hey, you sold that car yet?
Yeah, sold it to Carvana.
Oh, I thought you were selling to that guy.
The guy who wanted to pay me in foreign currency, no interest, over 36 months? Yeah, no. Carvana gave me an offer in minutes, picked it up, and paid me on the spot. It was so convenient.
Just like that.
Yep.
No hassle.
None.
That is super convenient.
Sell your car to Carvana and swap hassle for convenience. Pickup fees may apply.
Is your team at work feeling a little disconnected? Maybe the workflow's not flowing? Try Confluence by Atlassian. Confluence is the connected workspace where teams can create, organize, and deliver work like never before. In Confluence, teams can whiteboard their vision for any project, easily create or access the relevant pages and resources they need, and discover important context they might not even know they need. Plus, AI helps teams jumpstart brainstorms, organize information, and connect workflows, so teams can move efficiently and create alignment with ease. In fact, with Confluence, teams can see 5.2% average boost in productivity in 1 year. So if your team lacks confidence, try Confluence, the connected workspace where teams can do it all. Set knowledge free with Confluence. Learn more at Atlassian.com/Confluence. That's Atlassian.com/CONFLUENCE.
Everyone knows social media is a time suck, and what you're about to hear proves it. If it's online, someone, somewhere, has an opinion and is whining about it. So let's get straight to the comments.
Last night was the college football playoffs national championship. Notre Dame scored the first touchdown, but then it was kind of the Ohio State show for a while.
It was insane. I was like, this is just going to be a blowout. It didn't end up being a blowout, but it felt like it was going to be in the third quarter.
They did end up scoring a field goal with 29 seconds left in the game, and that pretty much sealed the deal for the Buckeyes.
From 33 yards. You miss it, and the Irish have hope. It's good. And Ohio State, national champions. The longest, toughest postseason climb in the history of the sport. And after all that, it's Ohio State together at the mountaintop. Champions of college football.
I know I never had the skill set to be able to be a pro football or a college football player even, but how cool would it be to be in the marching band?
Oh, hell yeah.
You know, like in the school band, like just hearing them in the background, like that has to be just such an adrenaline rush.
A part of it in some way, you know?
A big part, though.
Of course.
People get so fired up for the band.
Well, the game wasn't even over yet, Steve, and people had already flocked to the internet to complain. So we are going to go straight to the comments.
We sent a few of these posts to our production director, Jason, and said, hey, reenact them however you'd like, just to illustrate how stupid people get on social media, especially when it comes to sports.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's probably one of my things where when I'm on my phone and I'm reading comments, I have to put my phone down because it's like politics and sports are the two where I'm just like, I can't do this anymore. It's hurting my brain and my soul reading some of the opinions that people have. But are you ready for the first comment about the national championship game?
Let's hear it.
All right, here we go.
I'm out. This was the absolute worst college football experiment season of all the times. Ohio State and their fans.
I realize on social media, not a lot of fans. I'm sure there's plenty of Ohio State fans, but I feel like the haters were really out in force yesterday.
There's a ton of hate for Ohio State.
It's like are they like the bad guys in the eyes of everyone else?
I mean, I think they've just won so much that people like it to be redistributed a little bit.
Off Notre Dame, okay? Put Rudy in or something.
Rudy.
Sarah has no idea what you're talking about.
No idea.
Rudy. Oh, my God. It's one of the greatest sports movies of all time, Sarah.
The real Rudy's got to be super. Is he even alive? Or he's got to be super duper old?
Probably.
Oh, yeah, put him in. Why not?
First championship game I haven't watched in a very long time. Playoffs were garbage and college football is on its deathbed. Just not into it anymore. Roll Tide!
Roll Tide.
Okay, so if Alabama was in there, you'd probably be like, this is the best.
Greatest season ever.
like college football's dead. Roll Tide.
Because more like guys. Am I right?
Yes, you are.
You're not wrong.
I'd rather watch WWE on Netflix right now than an Ohio State game, and I hate wrestling. Fake-ass sport.
Well, college football is a fake-ass sport, not pro wrestling.
Yeah. Watch your mouth,
What does wrestling do to you, man? We're just on Netflix enjoying our show.
Also from the world of social media, did everyone survive the TikTok shutdown for about a day over the weekend?
I was so happy. I was like, oh, this is one less thing we have to worry about for our show. I don't have to, at least once every couple of weeks, I'm like, crap, I haven't checked our TikTok.
Yeah, we do tick the talks. We're very hip to the times. Well, a 19-year-old was arrested because of TikTok. We're going to tell you what's trending after Aerosmith.
The Daily Migs Show.
We know that many of you are just waking up, you're taking in some coffee, and you're trying to figure out what the hell is going on in the world of pop culture. So we're going to help you out by telling you what's trending.
Trending on the Daily Migs Show. Let's go.
A 19-year-old from Wisconsin is facing arson charges after setting fire to a congressman's office. He admitted to starting this fire because he was so upset about TikTok temporarily going offline. This was just after the platform went dark, a couple hours after that happened. And then the fire, thankfully, only caused some minor exterior damage, did not spread inside. But seriously, that's unhinged.
A little bit. Just a little bit. I mean, maybe throw an egg against the door.
Right.
Eggs are expensive. You can't do that these days. So I wondered how people exist without social media sometimes, because when I was online, when this all went down, I don't know about you guys, I almost had that get off my lawn moment of being the old man yelling at the clouds. But I was at some point, can we all stop screen capturing the notice on your TikTok page and posting it on Facebook or on Twitter? I was my entire feed on, I think it was Saturday night when this happened.
Yeah,
right?
Very redundant.
It was just nonstop. You're not breaking any news. Everybody who has TikTok is seeing this. It's unnecessary to screen capture this and put it on your social media pages. But here we are. It was kind of crazy.
It was a little crazy, but
Especially
it sounds like we're back and everybody's happy.
Well, and a few hours later, it was back up and running. And I'm like, man, people kind of lost their minds for really nothing.
Yeah, we have arsonists.
All right. Well, Ohio State did beat Notre Dame 34-23. We talked a little bit about the national championships that happened. You got to love students. Students will always find reasons to party and cause chaos. And the students over at Ohio State, the game wasn't happening at Ohio Stadium, but they all stormed the stadium. Those that weren't at the game broke in, partied on the field while chanting Ohio. Was it O-I-O?
Yeah.
Right?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm not an Ohio State guy.
O-H-I-O.
Oh, that's what it is. O-I-O. O-I-O. People started setting couches on fire, too.
Oh,
I was what are we? We have lost our minds. Save the couch fire for when you lose TikTok again.
Like a reasonable person.
Right.
Well, according to Business Insider, 85% of Americans eat at McDonald's at least once a year.
You don't, because you have not had a Big Mac.
I've never had a Big Mac, but, sometimes if I'm a little hungover, sometimes I like a greasy French fry to help me, come back to life a little bit. But is there anything healthy to eat when you're there? Nutritionists are saying don't make McDonald's a regular part of your diet, but here are some ways to enjoy it on occasion. The 3 healthiest menu items you can order at McDonald's.
Let's see if we would get them.
Apple slices.
I mean, if they give them to me for free, I'll be like, oh, sweet, apple slices. Where's the little caramel dipping stuff that's going to make it unhealthy?
They come in the kids' meals now, the Happy Meals now, and Barrett gets pretty excited about that, but I don't know how I feel about how long of those apple slices been in that little bag.
I don't know a single person that would go to McDonald's, pull up to the drive-thru and be like, oh, that would be kind of funny. Can I get an order of your apple slices?
Lily.
Really?
She loved, for the long time, she wouldn't get fries. She would just do double apple slices.
Wow. Double apple slices?
Yeah.
Do they come with the little caramel dipping stuff, or is it just the apple slices?
Yeah. Okay.
Boring. The Egg McMuffin. It has 310 calories with 17 grams of protein and 13 grams of fat, also 30 grams of carbs.
Okay.
And number 3 on the list is...
And like they said, it's something, don't go every day thinking you're eating healthy because you're having an Egg McMuffin and apple slices.
Turning this life around at McDonald's. McCrispy. So they say fried chicken is not ideal, but this menu offering only has 470 calories and it comes with 26 grams of protein.
There you go.
You could add this to your, to your regimen, Steve.
Okay. I don't eat meat.
Yes.
All of a sudden, I'm just going to be like, why are you going to get a McCrispy at McDonald's? Well,
can I get my 26 grams of protein today?
Bulking season, baby.
How would you like a shot at beating Steve? There is one more opportunity to play Beat Migs this morning, and he has a record of 14 wins, 16 losses, and 2 ties in 2025. 206-803-ROCK. We will play Beat Migs at 8:50.
The Daily Migs Show.
Auto insurance rates are on the rise, which is why you should call Vern Fonk Insurance. Vern Fonk could save you up to 20% on your auto insurance. The pros at Vern Fonk will do all the work, comparing different plans to find you the best options. And they can insure you over the phone. One call to Vern Fonk could save you up to 20%. Call 206-408-5094. 206-408-5094.
Remember to honk when you drive by Vern Fonk.
Restrictions apply based on a Q3 2023 study of Vern Fonk Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number 1070622.
Plug in a Hyundai EV and the extraordinary happens. From the charge time and range in the Ioniq 5 and 6 to the adventurous spirit of the Kona Electric to the 601 horsepower Ioniq 5N. Hyundai EVs make the extraordinary electrifying. There's joy in every journey.
EPA estimated 303-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 5 SE SEL Limited rear-wheel drive and 361-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 6 SE long-range rear-wheel drive with fully charged battery. Actual range may vary. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
This podcast is brought to you by Kleenex Lotion Tissues. You can't predict sick days, but with Kleenex Lotion Tissues, you can be better prepared for them while helping keep your skin healthy. Whether it's a surprise sneeze or a stuffy nose, it's always good to have something gentle on hand. Kleenex Lotion Tissues moisturize to help prevent skin irritation while you're battling those unwanted cold and flu symptoms. It's extra care when you need it most. I mean, why not have one less thing to worry about when you're not feeling your best? For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
The brand new Grand Casino and Shoreline is now open. Step into the action with Vegas-style table games like Baccarat, Heads Up Hold'em Poker, Pai Gow, Blackjack, and High Card Flush. Feeling hungry? Feast on delicious Chinese, Vietnamese, and continental dishes plus breakfast favorites. Dine in or take out. And don't miss daily happy hours from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. to midnight. Grand Casino and Shoreline off Aurora. Open daily from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. Visit GrandCasinoGaming.com. Welcome to the Grand Experience. Presented by T-Mobile, the official wireless partner of Odyssey Sports. With an awesome network and great savings, there's never been a better time to join T-Mobile. Visit your neighborhood store to make the switch today.
Escape to paradise with a relaxing 6-night stay in the iconic islands of Tahiti and Moorea. Enjoy an all-inclusive nonstop flight to Tahiti from Seattle or Los Angeles on Air Tahiti Nui, the world's most immersive travel experience. From the vibrant cabins to the warm and welcoming crew, you will be transported to Tahiti from the moment you step on board. This dream getaway also includes beautiful accommodations, excursions, daily breakfast, all transfers, and more starting at just $26.95 per person. Call 1-877-468-2448 to book yours today.
Lovers wants to know, ever forget Valentine's Day in the past? Need to make up for it? Do it and them right this time with the perfect pleasure present from Lovers stores. Whether you're looking for spicy toys, alluring lingerie, or exciting accessories, Lovers has it all. Save 20% when you mention unforgettable at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow Rewards membership until February 28th. Some exclusions apply.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. When that pipe starts to trickle and you're in a real pickle, call Pinky. When that burst pipe starts to smell ripe, call Pinky. When your water heater's shot and it won't get hot, call Pinky. When you get home to a flood, call your best bud. Pinky's Plumbing to the rescue. No job is too big or too small. Pinky's does it all. So when your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, call Pinky's. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
The Daily Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who's ready to beat Migs? I know Joel from Seattle is. Joel, are you there?
Yes.
I'm Sarah, your host, and it's time for you to get out of here, Steve.
Bye-bye.
For those playing at home, Joel has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you'll only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yes.
What is Winnie the Pooh's favorite treat?
Honey.
Correct. According to Google, what 2009 movie is the highest grossing movie of all time?
Titanic?
No.
Pass.
What is the capital of Wyoming?
Cheyenne.
Correct. The 3 earth signs are Capricorn, Virgo, and what?
Sagittarius.
No.
Hello?
Hello. Are you still there?
Yeah.
Do you want to pass?
Yeah, pass.
What is the hardest natural occurring substance in the world? Do you want to pass again?
Yes.
What does the A stand for in DNA?
Pass.
The 2023 show Saltburn came out on what streaming site?
Netflix?
No. Joel, you got 2 correct.
Oh, my God.
Woo,
That's okay. I got 2 once. And I beat Steve last week, so there's always room for improvement.
But you didn't beat him with 2.
I know, but I'm just saying there's always room for improvement.
We can go up from here is what you're saying.
Up. Yes.
Woo! Steve, I don't think you need to feel much pressure right now.
I don't know if you're messing with me.
Are you ready?
Oh, yes.
What is Winnie the Pooh's favorite treat?
Strippers.
Oh, my God.
What Winnie the Pooh are you watching, sir?
Well, Honey.
Yes. According to Google, what 2009 movie is the highest grossing movie of all time?
What 2009 movie?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Come on, Steve.
Titanic?
No. What?
What's that? Not Aladdin. What's Avatar?
Yes.
Wow.
What is the capital of Wyoming?
Cheyenne?
Correct. The 3 earth signs are Capricorn, Virgo, and what?
Pisces.
No.
Taurus.
Wow, yes. What is the hardest natural occurring substance in the world?
Wood.
No.
Gold.
No.
Diamond.
Yes. What does the A stand for in DNA?
Ancestry.
No.
Assessment.
No.
Avatar.
No. The 2023 show Saltburn came out on what streaming site?
Oh, crap. Netflix?
No.
Paramount.
No.
Peacock.
No. Steve,
Damn it.
you got 5 correct, which is a win of 5-2. Sorry, Joel. Oh, he's gone.
Oh, yeah.
He knew.
Dude, I'll be honest. There was a string of answers that were so lucky.
Yes.
You did some great guessing
The
work in there.
Diamond one, the Taurus one.
The Avatar one?
No, Avatar I knew. That was just...
Oh, okay.
This is brilliant mind.
What does the A stand for in DNA? Acid.
Oh.
I won't tell you what the D and the A stand for because it's a really big, long word I don't know how to pronounce.
All these years, I never once bothered to think of, like, why do we call it DNA?
Yeah, do you want to try to pronounce the D and the
Absolutely.
Yes,
I'm always up for a good time. Deoxyribonucleic.
Nailed it.
That was beautiful. Taryn's really good at pronouncing things.
Deoxyribonucleic.
Okay, maybe not. And the 2023 show Saltburn came out on what streaming site?
Hulu?
No.
Prime.
There we go. That was a wildly weird show.
That was the one with the bathtub scene, right?
Sure was, and a lot of other scenes. Well,
really sits with you.
Congrats on finally getting a win today, Steve.
I needed it.
Happy 20th anniversary to the Men's Room. They have been on KISW for 20 years, so you can join in with the celebration by checking out the new beer. It is the 20th anniversary lager from Black Raven Brewing Company. You can find it at your local Fred Meyer. You can find it at QFC. I found it at the Stanwood QFC just the other day.
Nice.
So exciting. And as always, a portion of the proceeds from every beer sold will go to support our local Fisher House locations. More info can be found at KISW.com. 206-803-ROCK. If you are under 35, call in now because we have some work-related questions to ask the youngsters.
Right. We want to see if we're out of the loop.
If you are under 35, give us a call now, 206-803-ROCK. We will take your calls after Scorpions.
The Daily Migs Show.
Someone asked a bunch of employees under the age of 35 to name the work rules they are willing to break. So we have some listeners that are under 35, some youths, to see if they are guilty of any of these things.
Hello, fellow kids.
Hello, Kurt from Bellevue, who you are 25 years old, we understand?
Yep.
All right.
We want to see if you're guilty of these things that they call them Gen Zers, but I think that this actually involves millennials as well because it's 35 and under.
Yes. So, Kurt, do you ever call in sick just because you want a day off?
Hell yeah.
Do you remember the last time that you did it? What was it for?
It was Christmas. I didn't get Christmas off, and so I called in sick because they had more than enough people to cover the shift, especially like people that wanted overtime, but they just chose to make it difficult. So I was like, screw it, taking the day off.
Now, did you actually call in sick where you had to have like a sick voice, or did you like text it or email? Like, how'd you end up doing that?
No, I just called in sick. You know, there's no kind of like they can't play that game where like, well, we think you're not sick, so you should come in. It's pretty straightforward. So
I always love the people that put on the fake sick voice. I'm like, you don't need to do this. Like, it's almost like you're insulting us.
I feel like back in the day, I always did that.
Hey, I'm not feeling good.
I also do like how that was like the most old question you could have asked, Steve. Did you like text it in or did you email it these days? How do you call in there, youngster?
Yeah, well, I mean, think about it.
A telegram?
What person in their 20s calls anybody?
They don't even know how.
I figured he did a text in or he went on a website and hit a button. You know how the kids do it these days, Daniel.
We have another rockaholic under the age of 35. It is Chris from Falls City. Chris, you are 27.
Yes, I am.
So our question to you is, do you use AI, artificial intelligence, to complete tasks?
No, I think it's all hard work and, bring collar boys out here. Yeah. Blue collar boys.
Blue
Right
collar
on,
boys,
right
I
on.
love that.
Well, then I might upset him because I've been very guilty of using AI.
You know AI better than the rest of us combined.
I get a kick out of AI. It's like sometimes I just do it just for my own poops and giggles. Like somebody will email me about something here at work and I'll like start writing. I'm like, man, I don't have the energy to do this. So I just kind of like write something fast. I throw it in AI, make this sound more professional. And then it kicks it back to me and I send that off to whoever. And that's how I respond to things.
Do you feel
all
like
the time.
it nails it every time?
It's good enough. It's better than what I could do.
Well, there's that new, I don't know if it's new, but like I've seen a commercial for it recently. It's called like Grammarly or something. And it's talking about like how much time they can save you with emails.
Yes.
And I was like, it's interesting to me because it's like, oh, you have 450 emails that you need to respond to. I'm like, who has 450 emails to respond to?
When people share like their screen capture of like their home screen on their phone and it shows how many like those, it just blows my mind. But yeah, dude, I'll do it quite a bit. Like I think it's funny. Like, I'll just like type something fast. I'm like, man, I don't really have the energy or the time to like make it more concise or, frame it in a more professional way. And it's like, it has to go to somebody that's like, maybe a little more proper than I'm used to dealing with. So I'm like, just clean this up, AI, and then they do, and it's great.
We have another youthful rockaholic named Caesar from Snohomish. Caesar, you are 24?
Yes, I am.
All right, we want to see if you are guilty of this at work. Ducking out of work early.
Oh, hell yeah, I've done that a lot.
What's your strategy for getting out of there?
Oh, I'll just say my stomach hurts and I'll sit in the bathroom for a little while. Like, boss, I'm not feeling too good. I need to get out of here. I think that bar food got to me.
I love that you commit to the bit and you actually sit in the bathroom for a little while before you actually leave early.
What's funny is my boss is next to me hearing this too.
What's up, boss?
Well, good luck on your future job endeavors.
Thanks, Caesar.
See you, Caesar.
We have one more youngster. Oh, we lost him. Donald from Tacoma was there for a second.
He doesn't know how to use a phone. He's just busy texting.
Some of the other things on this list, though, are showing up late.
Thankfully, like the funny thing is, like with our job, I don't even know what would. I mean, honestly, as long as we're here before 6 a.m., we're not late.
Yes,
but everybody comes in at different times. There's no set time. It's just like get in so long as you're ready to go at 6 a.m. Who cares what time you show up?
Well, my favorite was last week when you injured your eye and you were late for that reason, and we were. I think everybody was panicking because you're the first one here.
I got a text from Sarah that just said, "I don't mean to sound like your mom, but is everything okay because you're not here yet?" As I'm pulling into the station, and I when I pulled in, I saw you pulling in as well, and usually I'm here before you.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Well, that's what 40-year-olds do. They check in on you to make sure
She is old enough to be my mom.
She really is. Yeah.
Okay, what about this one? Taking naps when working from home.
Oh, I did when at work. I've done that many a time. Most Wednesdays after the show.
I mean, when I was working from home, I never took a nap ever.
No?
When working from home, I might start a load of laundry or something like that, but I never took a nap.
I haven't had to work from home except for when I had COVID that one time. I had to broadcast from home, and I got so many chores done during like commercial and song breaks because I was just like, I have nothing to do. I'm just sitting here in silence otherwise. So yeah, I got a lot of laundry done.
We know that you are a massive music fan, but do you think that you could name a song after only hearing 1 second of the chorus? Prove it to us, and if so, you will win tickets to see Coheed and Cambria with Taking Back Sunday at Chateau Saint Michel Winery on September 21st of 2025. 206-803-ROCK. We will play Hook or Shook at 9:20.
The Daily Migs Show.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
What is Dax, are you?
Tracking all our cars on Carvana Value Tracker on all our devices? Yes, Kristen, yes, I am.
Well, I've been looking for my phone for...
In Dax's domain, we see all. So we always know what our cars are worth.
All of them?
All of them. Value surge, trucks up 3.9%.
That's a great offer.
I know. Sell?
Sell.
Track your car's value with Carvana Value Tracker today.
Plug in a Hyundai EV and the extraordinary happens. From the charge time and range in the Ioniq 5 and 6 to the adventurous spirit of the Kona Electric to the 601 horsepower Ioniq 5N. Hyundai EVs make the extraordinary electrifying. There's joy in every journey.
EPA estimated 303-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 5 SE SEL limited rear-wheel drive and 361-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 6 SE long-range rear-wheel drive with fully charged battery. Actual range may vary. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
Throughout the morning, we have received texts and calls from you, but we haven't had a chance to chat with just everybody yet, but the time has come. We're checking in with the Rockaholics, so please give us a call if there's something you'd like to chime in on from the show today, or if you have anything on your mind that you would like to discuss with us. 206-803-ROCK.
We got a text message, and oh, man. So it says, Migs, so earlier I mentioned how at your party, I got a text from my wife asking if I was using Uber while I was up in Everett. So it was at Tony V's. I'm like, no, I have my car. I'm not drinking. Like, why would I need an Uber? And she's like, well, we just got like multiple Uber charges to our bank account. And they were like for $80 here, $90 there, $100 as well. Turns out somebody got her credit card information and was running up some charges in California. And luckily she was able to shut it all down and all that kind of stuff. But someone texted in saying, I once got hit with those random Uber charges as well. Nearly $1,000. It was so annoying. Sorry you had to deal with that. So here's the problem, though. Now I'm an idiot.
Oh, gosh.
So I don't know how it is in your guys' relationship. I always say there's one person in a relationship that's kind of like the money dummy, and I'm the money dummy. Like, I never check my bank account. I never do any of that kind of stuff. Thank goodness my wife does. Otherwise, I would have never noticed these charges. Oh, no. Like, so she checks it almost every day, almost to the point where, like, now I'm never going to roll my eyes. Because sometimes she's like, did you go to Macy's and pay $50? I'm like, yes. Why are you on me? She's like, no, I just want to make sure somebody in our household actually went there. So this morning I get here at work. I go on my email and it says you authorize like a PayPal. You authorize $100 to a company with PayPal. And I'm like, what is this company? Because now I'm on heightened alert.
Oh, of course.
You know, after you get like kind of like scammed or whatever, like someone has your information. Now you're thinking everybody's got your information. So I Google what this place is. It's like and it made it sound like it was like one of those like gift cards.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm thinking somebody's gotten our PayPal information. So I quickly dispute it. I text my wife, but I'm impulsive, too. So I can't wait to get that text back for her to tell me that it's on the up and up. So I text her, say, I think we have another fraud charge via PayPal. Let me know. But before I even wait for her answer, I'm already disputing it, going through all the motions. She responds and goes, oh, no, that was me. I purchased a gift card for a meal train for somebody who's hit some hard times.
Oh.
Like,
you canceled it.
You can't.
Oh, no.
So now I'm like, I've disputed something for a good cause. And I'm like, God, I'm such a freaking moron. I couldn't wait 5 minutes before my wife would respond. Thankfully, PayPal responded and said, oh, no, we checked it all, and you're wrong. That was authorized. And I'm like, oh, phew. But now I had to like change all my because PayPal then shuts everything down when you do that.
Oh.
So I changed the password.
It's a nightmare.
I'm such a freaking moron. I couldn't wait 5 minutes for my wife just to get back to me.
206-803-ROCK. We are checking in with the Rockaholics. And recently we were talking about crashing parties, if you've ever done that. And Juan from Tacoma, you have. Tell us about it.
Yeah, it's back in Tucson. This is what, 22, 23 years ago?
Okay.
And my friend, a girl that he knew, invited him over. But she was just there. So we show up with the truck bed full of beer. So they didn't care. But then there was also some good party supplies that we always have with us.
And when we were going to leave, they were like, no, well, you guys can stay all night. It doesn't matter. Oh, man, we got to get going.
You ended up being the guest of honor.
Yeah.
I'm guessing those party supplies weren't like the fun hats and like the things you blow into that make like kazoo sounds.
I don't think so.
I could be wrong, but maybe.
206-803-ROCK. We are checking in with the Rockaholics.
Earlier we were talking about people who call in sick and why they've called in sick to work. And somebody says, that's too funny. I called in sick today so I can have a very rare day to myself. I'm going to get drunk, play City Skylines on Xbox. Don't tell my wife or daughter. They think I'm working on the Jeep and cleaning the chicken coop. I did that over the weekend. But they're going to come home and you're going to be drunk.
Yeah.
Just say you finished it early.
That's true.
Yeah.
Or if you called in sick, maybe you could just say, oh, it's just the Sudafed.
Someone also said my wife would often take naps for lunch when she was working at home. She would eat after her nap while she was working, and she loved those naps.
I do love a nap. I just don't get to take them so much anymore.
I don't get naps anymore now having Tatum around, because Tatum doesn't, even when she's tired, like we'll tell her, just close your eyes. Like I think she's afraid she's going to miss out on something.
Oh.
Like she's just always like, even if she's exhausted, we're like, just close your eyes. Like, it's okay. Like, she thinks like, oh, we're going to like have a party while she's asleep or something like that. I'm like, no, like if you take a nap, I'm going to take a nap too.
Yeah.
I want to nap.
Barrett will only nap if he's sick anymore, and that's not good. You know, I miss napping. I really do. There was a story that came out over the weekend.
Stupid kids keeping us from our naps.
Ruining everything. There was a story that came out over the weekend that blew many people's minds, Steve.
Honestly, when I read this story, I didn't know that this was even a thing, and I thought it was one of the most fascinating things I've heard about in a while. And it involves the world of sports.
It involves a team that is in the NFL playoffs, and I feel like many gamers are going to really appreciate this story. We're going to tell you about it at 9:50.
The Daily Migs Show.
I know a lot of us had been pulling for the Lions, but the Washington Commanders...
What an upset.
...just dominated. And so now the Commanders will be playing the Eagles in the NFC Championship game.
I'm rooting for the Commanders. I mean, mainly, I do like their rookie quarterback. I think and the story about him is awesome. But also, Bobby freaking Wagner's on the team.
Yeah.
So you got to root for him, right?
I love B-Wags. Jaden Daniels, standout rookie quarterback, has been turning heads with some of his innovative training methods, including VR simulations.
I saw this get posted, and I fell down a rabbit hole of all these different threads about how this has helped this kid get, because at some point he wasn't considered to be a very high draft pick. At some point he was like, I don't even know if he's good in college. And then he went to LSU, and things turned around because he met up with these German, like, people in Germany that created this software and this technology. It was meant for soccer. And they're like, let's try it with football too. And it not only did change his life, but it also changed their life as well.
We have some audio from a chat that he was having about using VR.
And this is with Keyshawn Jackson. And it's definitely one of those moments where it's like young dude talking to old dude who doesn't understand what the F he's talking about.
Jaden, I saw you use VR to help with your training. How did that work out? And do you think you'll use it in Washington?
Oh, yeah, they for sure. They already bought it. So, yeah,
I'm
old. What the hell is VR?
Oh, boy.
And also, apparently, when he said, like, when he got drafted, he told any team that drafts me, you have to use this software because he believed in it that much. It changed his game because, like, it slowed down the game. It sped up the game in the VR, so that way when he played in a real game situation, everything felt slower.
Wild.
It's crazy.
Virtual reality.
Oh, so what is that, the goggle things that you put on?
Yeah. You don't believe in that?
No.
Man, that thing works.
Look, all I'm saying is that dude that's coming, that ain't no virtual reality. That's reality. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you ain't lying, but it's other ways to get mental rest without having to put wear and tear on your arm, on your body.
Really?
Yeah. That's what I use it for.
And it's crazy because like, it'll simulate the stadium that you're in.
Weird.
It simulates whatever like the defense that team usually uses. I mean, there's a lot of work being put into this. And it speeds up the game like nearly 2 times the speed. So that way when he goes into a game and plays against an actual team, everything feels slower.
Wow.
And that's why he's able to make decisions better and quicker. And I'm thinking, that was a little bit of an issue with Geno Smith this year. Some of those interceptions felt like he wasn't making the right decisions. I think it's time for us to get this VR for the Hawks as well.
Yeah, I agree.
It's crazy how, like, I know even in hockey, a lot of the goalies will wear, like, the VR goggles to warm up before they go on the ice because it helps with hand-eye coordination.
Have you messed around with VR much?
I did like a game like where you're walking around. I kept falling off the cliff. I wasn't very good at it.
See, I've only done it like maybe 3 times. Every time it gives me like motion sickness.
It's crazy.
It's hard.
Yeah, it's hard to adjust your mind to it. But if you do it long enough, and it sounds like it's working for Jaden Daniels, I just thought that was fascinating. That was a big part of why he was able to turn his like career around in college and then become a great rookie quarterback like he has been this year.
Super cool. Migs, Danny, would you give yourself a vasectomy?
I'd give Danny one.
Funny enough, my immediate answer was going to be yes, but then I had to think about what you said.
Do we get a YouTube tutorial, or are we just going willy-nilly?
Well, there's one man that could give you.
Willy.
There is one man that could give you a tutorial because he did it himself. And how did that go? We'll tell you all about it during the Daily Migs download after AWOL Nation.
The Daily Migs Show. Knowledge is power. So give us 5-ish minutes and we'll give you, some interesting stuff you can talk about at work. This is the Daily Migs Download.
AKA the DMD.
Here's your daily dose of doings happening in the world.
And the DMD is brought to you by Palace Lawn. Yesterday, I think everybody was watching the national championships. And Ohio State, they scored on their first 5 possessions. Notre Dame had the first score. But then it was just like Ohio State. And I thought for sure this is just going to be a straight-up blowout. In fact, I kind of zoned out for a little bit. Next thing I know, I'm like, wait a second. It's like 31-23. They're within striking distance. But then big field goal at the end of the game. And Ohio State are your national champions.
A magnitude 3.5 earthquake struck near Snoqualmie yesterday afternoon. And
Did
then
you
there
feel
was
it?
No. But I had to double check. It said it was felt in 78 zip codes.
Yes, I saw that.
And I thought that's got to be a typo. And then I looked it up. Nope, it was felt in 78 zip codes, which seems like a lot of zip codes.
Especially on that. I mean, 3.5 doesn't sound like much to be able to be felt by that many people.
There was then a smaller magnitude 2.0 quake recorded near Falls
Does that
City.
sound naughty?
No major damage reported at all, but yeah.
I felt it.
I was curious if any of the Rockaholics had felt it, because that sounds like it covered some ground.
Speaking of felt it, there's a guy in Taiwan, he's a doctor, he performed a vasectomy on himself. And he even did a video of the procedure, and it's been posted on social media. I don't know where it is, and I'm okay with never seeing it. He recorded the procedure for educational purposes, and he said that he insisted on doing it himself because he wanted to make sure that it wasn't botched.
I cannot even imagine.
I would pass out.
I think I would too.
Well, he also told his followers, do you need to tell people to not follow his example? I love that they're like, don't do this at home. Although if you do it at home, I think you get you reap what you sow.
A New York State drug counselor has been accused of selling crack cocaine to undercover police officers.
No, who better to counsel you on drugs than a drug dealer?
Alvin Lewis was identified as a suspect based on some tips from the public, and then investigators ended up discovering that Lewis worked for an inpatient rehabilitation clinic.
Now, the NFL playoff picture's all set. What we got, with the divisional championship, the Chiefs are taking on the Texans. Who are you hoping for that one?
I guess Texans, just because, I'm kind of sick of the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I'm kind of over it.
It's over.
Let's move on.
No, sorry. You and your Taylor Swift.
You do not want to see Taylor sad.
I do.
Yeah, she writes some good records when she's sad. So
that's true.
Yeah. Commanders and the Lions, not the Lions, I'm sorry, the Commanders and the Eagles.
I guess I'll go, for Barrett's sake, I'll go Eagles.
And sorry, the Chiefs beat the Texans. So that was my bad. I'm sorry about that. They're playing the Bills.
The Bills. Oh.
So we're rooting for the Bills.
Well, then Lord knows it's the Bills.
Yes.
That's who Barrett has decided is his number one team since the Lions are no longer in it.
Okay. I wouldn't mind seeing the Bills win it all.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with a Bills Commanders finals.
Could you just imagine the Bills Mafia just exploding in celebration? That would just be
the flaming tables
Oh my God.
and people being thrown into them would be phenomenal. The Kraken, they beat the Sabres yesterday at Buffalo. No tables were broken, I don't believe, and ended up winning 6-4. Up next on the Washington Capitals. That game will be at home at Climate Pledge Arena on Thursday. As far as weather, 43 degrees. Going to be sunny. The DMD is brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino, and that's what's up.
Ryan Castle is up next with the Morning 12 Pack.
The Daily Migs Show.
Is your team at work feeling a little disconnected? Maybe the workflow's not flowing? Try Confluence by Atlassian. Confluence is the connected workspace where teams can create, organize, and deliver work like never before. In Confluence, teams can whiteboard their vision for any project, easily create or access the relevant pages and resources they need, and discover important context they might not even know they need. Plus, AI helps teams jumpstart brainstorms, organize information, and connect workflows, so teams can move efficiently and create alignment with ease. In fact, with Confluence, teams can see 5.2% average boost in productivity in 1 year. So if your team lacks confidence, try Confluence, the connected workspace where teams can do it all. Set knowledge free with Confluence. Learn more at Atlassian.com/Confluence. That's Atlassian.com/CONFLUENCE.
The brand new Grand Casino and Shoreline is now open. Step into the action with Vegas-style table games like Baccarat, Heads Up Hold'em Poker, Pai Gow, Blackjack, and High Card Flush. Feeling hungry? Feast on delicious Chinese, Vietnamese, and continental dishes plus breakfast favorites. Dine in or take out. And don't miss daily happy hours from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. to midnight. Grand Casino and Shoreline off Aurora. Open daily from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. Visit GrandCasinoGaming.com. Welcome to the Grand Experience.
Auto insurance rates are on the rise, which is why you should call Vern Fonk Insurance. Vern Fonk could save you up to 20% on your auto insurance. The pros at Vern Fonk will do all the work, comparing different plans to find you the best options. And they can insure you over the phone. One call to Vern Fonk could save you up to 20%. Call 206-408-5094. 206-408-5094.
Remember to honk when you drive by Vern Fonk.
Restrictions apply based on a Q3 2023 study of Vern Fonk insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number 1070622.
This podcast is brought to you by Kleenex Lotion Tissues. You can't predict sick days, but with Kleenex Lotion Tissues, you can be better prepared for them while helping keep your skin healthy. Whether it's a surprise sneeze or a stuffy nose, it's always good to have something gentle on hand. Kleenex Lotion Tissues moisturize to help prevent skin irritation while you're battling those unwanted cold and flu symptoms. It's extra care when you need it most. I mean, why not have one less thing to worry about when you're not feeling your best? For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
Presented by T-Mobile, the official wireless partner of Odyssey Sports. With an awesome network and great savings, there's never been a better time to join T-Mobile. Visit your neighborhood store to make the switch today.